harbours because it gives us the possibility to go on the dock, go out for dinner, and but life's just much easier. But sometimes they just started a samba event.
Que beleza, hein? Tem torcedor do Vitória aí?
The spinnaker is back in its socket and flying. And this is the patch that has been repaired. So we are slaloming between the islands. We came in from there, then we passed here. There are all these boats on buoys, and then we turned and we are supposed to go through here, and then in the next bay there's supposed to be some buoys that one can use for free because the owners of that piece of island decided that they like to have boats anchored in front of them. So they put buoys, at least that's what the guide said. Let's see whether it's true. So all the buoys were taken. Well, no, that's not true. There was one buoy left, but that was too close to the barge there. So in the end, we dropped the anchor. We dropped the anchor on 4 meters. So that means that we still got, I think, 1.5 meter tide. It goes down. So we are on 2.5 meter. I suppose there are worse places in the world. And I haven't checked the water temperature, but I think that's going to be a nice surprise. Non gli piace la buccia. Dagli un po' di banana. It doesn't like the peel on the grape. I don't think it ever had a grape. Let's try with banana. That's maybe something it's more used to. Troppo grande.
Piccolina può rompere.
So the plan is we're going to go to Itaparica. That's on the east coast of this big bay, and we were not there. 20 years ago. Just like we were not here 20 years ago, we were in another place in the bay called Maragogi. People tell us it's better not to go there because of danger. Apparently there's been some assaults, so we are not going to try. Last time we were here 20 years ago, the problem was actually in Itaparica. It's called Bahia de Todos Santos, All Saints Bay, of course, because it was discovered on, I think it's the 1st of November. And it's actually funny because we came here to Salvador from Santo André. And Santo André and Cabral is where Portuguese explorer Cabral landed in April 1500 and discovered Brazil. So his captain, can't remember the name, went on another expedition the year after in 1501, and with him was the Italian discoverer Amerigo Vespucci. So it was Amerigo Vespucci that arrived here on All Saints' Day in 1501. I hate to admit it, but you see those traditional boats there coming towards us with the sails up and everything. Well, that's the direction that we are having to go, and we are just getting too lazy. It's I think 7-8 miles upwind, so we are just going to leave our mainsail nicely covered and motor. Pretty bad actually, yeah, but that's we are getting adjusted to the way things work in the great state of Bahia. Devagar, slow. We lie in front of Itaparica, and there is the sandbank. That perhaps I'm going to paddleboard to later, but I think Fabio needs some mental support. Yesterday the outboard had a problem again. We were planing and then suddenly it hardly did anything anymore. And on top of that we realized that later, of course, that there was no water coming out of here. So we think that there's a problem with the impeller of the water intake pump. Now, so we took it up here, and when we took it up here, we realized that there was oil coming out of the water intake. So I've been looking at YouTube films the whole morning. Yeah, and YouTube suggests that it's the gear shaft sealing. Whatever that is, I have absolutely no idea. So Fabio thought, let us try to dismantle it and see whether we can figure it out. Looks like the project finished pretty early, because we have to remove the foot. But whatever we do, it doesn't come off. So now we try with gravity. And behind there we have got this nice little sandbank appearing. So I, hopefully, within soon, I'm going to take the paddleboard. We couldn't even split it, so there's no way that it's going to work. So I took the paddleboard and went to this little island that comes out at low water. It's Saturday, so around lunchtime, so we have got all the lanceros, and the people, of course, are in the water with their Heineken beer. Well, the marineros are making the churrasco, the barbecue. So it looks like the anchor is digging in again. We're making a new curve, and there's a distance to the boat behind, fixed distance. And guess what? I just realized we left the hatch on ventilation. This all is soaking wet. So I am going to make our bed tonight in the aft cabin. The engines are switched off, and the wind is down to well, 20 knots instead of there it reads 41 30 minutes ago. So we're exiting the Bahia de Todos Santos and heading north. Let's see where we're going to end up, because when we stop somewhere there is a bar to cross, and the bar has to be crossed over high water, and the wind from the front, I mean, I just cannot calculate where we're going to end up. So we're just going to go for sure one night, perhaps two, perhaps three, and see where we are at high water and if there's an interesting place to stop. So going back upwind, we had to go down to go outside that buoy there. Going slowly. There's 8-9 knots of wind, but it's fine. We're not in a hurry after we're cruising. And it's not raining. The sun came out, and I've got the skyline of Salvador behind me. So it's the second night, so we just passed the second night, and we are still in close hold. We are putting in reefs, we're taking out reefs. In the end, the wind is between 10 and 16 knots, and it's close hold. It's really close hold. So the problem with the wind coming from here, and we are going to go there, is that we need to zigzag. We need to go close hold longer. I put this marker after the 24 hours after we left Itaparica in the Bay of Todos Santos, and that's less than 100 miles. I think 93 miles. So in 24 hours we managed to go 93 miles up. Now there are places where I really would have liked to stop, like this one. Mango Seco should be a great place, but it's got a bar going in. That means I need to be there between 3 hours before high tide and high tide. Well, I've got 2 high tides at 24 hours, so that's good, of course. But one of those are at night. At night, I can't enter a bar. Now we hope that we are going to be arriving here just after high tide today. Let's see. We thought we had to go in on one side, and now we got a telephone contact that say we have to go in somewhere else. It's stressful. We aborted it. We got Navionics tracks from the guys here and another guy, but we just didn't dare. Basically it says we have to pass here, and we just see breakers everywhere. And yes, they tell us we're only a meter and we can pass with 3, etc. But despite the fact that going close hold is not that nice, we're going to take up the mainsail and go back out. So we made some acai like that. We might forget that we just lost 3 hours, huge stress. We are out on the sea again. And I've got 50 miles to the next place. Now the next place has got a bar, of course, but as I was told, this one is luckily of stones. Now I didn't really get it, but of course stones don't move. The sandbar moves, so then they don't know, but a stone bar doesn't move. But apparently it is not very wide. But in this one, there is a small marina, and they are willing to send out a guy, whatever time of day, to help us in. So plan is we arrive there at sunlight tomorrow, which is 4:30, which also coincides with almost high water, so that would be perfect. And it's 3/4 of an hour before sunrise. I can see land, and there, and all in the back is the green buoy where we entered, and we are following Andre. This is one of these things we will not forget. And just to remind you, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, huh? After 3 night sails. I think I'm going to be here forever. It looks fine, and then I don't have to go out again.
Va un po' più avanti però. Tá bom? Vai dietro, Katia. Vai bloccato.
They put us here in the jetty, which is quite difficult because of the current. And you have to put your own anchor. Now this is something that we never did. I tried to tell Fabio when we were in the Mediterranean, let's practice this, and he said there's just no way, because it's only in the Mediterranean where I drop an anchor and then back up on the jetty. And it's a complicated procedure and we're never going to use it. Well, guess what? Now we needed to do it, and then with quite a lot of current. But we had 3 helpers, including one pushing us, so it was fine. So we've got the anchor out here against this beautiful backdrop of red hills, and then this is the little marina, and those are the 2 boats and the 2 pilots leading us in. And it's 5 o'clock. You know what? I'm gonna sleep. So we are getting diesel and then leaving this great place of Stella Marina, Barra Sao Miguel. It's pretty low here and it's even high water, but we don't stick that much. That's Sezeko, the owner of this place.
Porque eles ajudam, né? A ideia é essa, porque pra gente também.
And here you see the outboards that they have for their canoes. So it's basically just a grass mower engine with a propeller and a stick. Works excellent. Of course, makes quite the noise. And here we are, our exit.
Boa viagem! Ciao!
So there is the bar, sails up. It takes us 10 minutes, I just found out. An upwind sail to Maceio, which is which you can just see behind me. There's 10, 12 knots of wind, so it's going to be, I think, a couple of hours. It's great sailing. And here we are. So apparently these are called the pools, because I think we can go snorkeling there. And here we have Maceio. Fabio's a little bit embarrassed, but of course we got attacked by one of these restaurant guys. So gave us a menu card. We chose we're going to have fried fish, I think. Well, it's difficult, because the waves come and then our little table goes up and down. So we're coming to the next We're coming to the next anchorage, Tamandare, and I hope you can see it, but this whole coast is built up of beaches, and then there are reefs in front of it. So you have to try to find a place to come into the reef. And you can see that in the water. The whole coast, we're out here, and the water is blue-green. And then it just changes color in a meter. And inside, behind the reefs, it's swimming pool color. So it's not translucent. Perhaps you can see the line between the blue water and then the green water further in. And that's Tamandare. Arriving in Recife, we left this morning at 5:30. Upwind, of course, so I've got Recife here, and I've got Olinda is up front, and apparently this is where the Dutch arrived in I don't know, 1500 something. Another part of the trip is finished, and in a couple of days' time our visa is running out, so we are going to try to find some kind of solution here in Recife, and our future plans of course depends on what that solution is.